Friends, welcome to all of you. So India has conducted the surgical strike to number 2. So we have already conducted surgical strike number 1. Now Indian Air Force has conducted the surgical strike 2, and let us discuss the complete analysis of this surgical strike and what are the fighter jets that was used in this and what are the response from the Pakistan and what is the response from General Huda. So we will discuss all these things in this particular video. So this is presented by me, SaiEswarYaswanth. Do subscribe to the channel IAS 366 and then click on the bell icon to get regular updates from the channel. So what happened? Let us discuss first this. In a pre-dawn strike, the combat jets of the Indian Air Force bombed the terrorist camps on Tuesday at multiple locations across the LOC in the Pakistan side. So in the Pakistan side, there are various terror camps by the Jaish-e-Mohammed. So recently Jaish-e-Mohammed has claimed the responsibility for the Pulwama terror attack. So that is the reason India is very angry with this particular attack, and Indian Air Force has conducted the surgical strike number 2 on the terror camps of Jaish-e-Mohammed. So 12 days after the Pakistan based Jaish-e-Mohammed terror group carried out the dastardly Pulwama terror attack in Kashmir. So in this particular Pulwama terror attack, almost 40 plus CRPF Jawans were martyred. So that is the reason India has lost the brave soldiers. So India is very angry, and even the entire nation is very angry regarding this particular attack, and even Prime Minister Narendra Modi and Home Minister Rajnath Singh and even Finance Minister and Finance Minister Arun Jaitley and Defence Minister Nirmala Sitharaman, each and everyone has said that India will revenge this particular attack and it will not be the lives of soldiers will not go in vain. Now India has proved this point, and Indian Air Force has carried the surgical strike number 2. So they said the IAF's Mirage 2000 fighter jets. So these are the ones that has used in this particular surgical strike 2. Mirage 2000 fighter jets were used. Pounded the terror camps in Balakot, Muzaffarabad and Chakoti. So in these three places, Indian Air Force has conducted the surgical strike 2. So especially it is in the Balakot region. In the well-planned strike destroying the Jaish-e-Mohammed terror camps. So India has destroyed the Jaish-e-Mohammed terror camps, so which is led by Mr. Masood Azhar. So here you can see the Pulwama terror attack. This is the image of Pulwama terror attack where the suicide bomber has killed the CRPF Jawans, and this is the image from now, that is Indian Air Force Indian Air Force has destroyed the terror camps of Jaish-e-Mohammed. So these are the three areas where the Indian Air Force has conducted the surgical strikes, that is Balakot, Muzaffarabad and Chakoti. So the three places are Balakot, Muzaffarabad and the Chakoti. So in these places India has conducted the surgical strike. You can see from the image here, these are the regions in the POK, in the Pakistan occupied Kashmir. So the main problem with the Pakistan is there are huge amount of terrorists in the POK, in the Pakistan occupied Kashmir, but the Pakistan is not taking any action against them. Rather it is indirectly supporting these people to carry out the terror attacks in India. So that is the reason India has striked back regarding the terror operations. So what is the damage that has happened to the terror camps? So 12 Mirage 2000 fighter jets struck a major terrorist camp across the LOC, that is the line of control. So LOC, we know about this LOC, line of control. In this particular, India in Air Force has crossed this LOC and has carried these attacks, and they have completely destroyed with 1000 kg bombs. Remember, the number is 1000 kg bombs. So if you have remembered about the previous Pulwama terror attack, in the Pulwama it was around 300 kg of bombing was used. So the suicide bomber came with 300 kg of bombs, and he had destroyed the CRPF camp. So CRPF he had attacked the convoy, and now India has taken a revenge with 1000 kg bombs. So and they have attacked, then the attack took place at 3:30 AM. So in the morning at the time 3:30, this particular attack on the Jaish-e-Mohammed terrorists was taken place. Indian Air Force fighter planes dropped 1000 kg bombs on the terror camps across the LOC on Kashmir. So all the 12 jets came back safely. This is one of the biggest success of Indian Army, because 12 Mirage fighter jets went into the area of POK and they have destroyed all the terror camps, and around 200 to 300 terrorists were killed in this particular attack, and each and every Mirage aircraft came back safely. So there are also reports that by seeing the huge aircraft Mirage jets, Pakistan Air Force went back. There is also report now coming that Pakistan aircraft has came to attack with India, but by seeing the huge number of Mirage aircraft, they left back. and as per reports it took only 21 minutes. So you can see the image, or you can see the strength of Indian Army and Indian Air Force here. In only just 21 minutes they have killed around 300 terrorists. So it took only just 21 minutes for the Indian Air Force to kill the terrorist in the POK region. So what is the government response? So the Foreign Secretary Vijay Gokhale had a briefing just now. If you go and watch the video, if you haven't watched that till now. So the targeted terror camp was headed by Yusuf Azhar. Very important development for the Indian Air Force and the Indian defense sector particularly, because he is the brother-in-law of Masood Azhar. He is the chief of the Jaish-e-Mohammed. So he is the chief of the Jaish-e-Mohammed, and his brother-in-law is Mr. Yusuf Azhar. So this Mr. Yusuf Azhar was killed in this particular surgical strike 2 of India. So in this surgical strike 2, Yusuf Azhar was dead, and he is the main commander of these Jaish-e-Mohammed camps that were taking place in POK region. So he is operating this Jaish-e-Mohammed, like giving training to the terrorists and asking them to go for this suicide attacks, etc. So he is the main person involved in this, and he was died. So the target was selected in order to avoid civilian casualties. So that is the main. What do you mean by a surgical strike? Basically, a surgical strike is a strike that attacks only the intended target. That is, whenever the India is going to attack the terrorist camps, let us say these are the terrorist camps, Indian government or the Indian army attacks only these terror camps, and if there are any civilians and the civilian areas in this particular area, they will not be affected. That is the definition of surgical strike itself. So Indian Air Force has avoided the civilian casualties from the side of Pakistan, and large number of terrorists, JEM senior commanders, were eliminated in this particular operation. So the IAF struck the Jaish-e-Mohammed terror camps in the Balakot region. 12 IAF Mirage 2000 jets were used in this particular operation. So who was the person who has taken this decision? The top government sources said that there are nearly 200 to 300 casualties from the IAF strike. So it has been learned that the decision to strike back Pakistan was taken by Prime Minister Narendra Modi himself. So he is a person who can take good decisions and even dangerous decisions also. So nobody believed that he can take the decision of demonetization, and after that nobody believed that he can take the decision of surgical strike number 1, and now he has taken the surgical strike number 2. So that is the reason government sources are saying for the past few days that India will not left this particular attack, that is the Pulwama terror attack, and India will avenge this particular thing definitely. So now the Prime Minister has taken the decision himself in order to crack down the JEM terror camps in the POK region. So what is the response from Pakistan? You can always expect the response. So he is a Major General Asif Ghafoor, and he has said that Indian aircrafts intruded from the Muzaffarabad sector, facing timely and effective response from Pakistan Air Force, released payload in haste while escaping, which fell near Balakot, and he is saying that there are no casualties or damage from the side of Pakistan. So you can always expect this particular statement by Pakistan. Even during the Kargil war also they have said the same thing, and even during the 1971 they have said the same thing, and even during the surgical strike number 1 they have said that now there is no surgical strike happened on the side of Pakistan and there is no casualties. So even today, that is even after the surgical strike number 2, they are saying the same thing. So we can expect the statement always that is the same. So what happened aftermath this particular attack? Prime Minister Narendra Modi has briefed the President Mr. Ramnath Kovind and also Vice President M. Venkaiah Naidu about the Indian Air Force striking a JEM terror camp in Balakot region. So as the Prime Minister of country, India has a parliamentary type of democracy. India has parliamentary democracy. So Prime Minister needs to brief the President of India, because why? President is the supreme commander of the armed forces. You need to know about this point. President is regarded as the supreme commander of armed forces. So that is the reason decision needs to be briefed for him, and that is the reason PM Modi has briefed both the President of India and Vice President of India. So now the Sushma Swaraj, he is the External Affairs Minister of India, Minister of External Affairs, to brief opposition parties, and all party meeting was held at, will be going to be held at 5 PM today. So in order to brief the opposition parties regarding this particular surgical strike number 2, Sushma Swaraj is going to brief all the opposition parties, and all party meeting was going to be held at 5 PM. So what are the reactions? So he is the person who has conducted the surgical strike. under his command only surgical strike number 1 happened. So what is his name? Lieutenant General D.S. Huda. So the Northern commander who during the surgical strike in 2016, he has said that my compliment goes to the government for taking this action and also to the Air Force for the way they have carried out this strike. That is the strike on the JEM camps in the Balakot region of POK in an absolutely professional manner. So he has commended the operations of the Indian Air Force, and the Balakot region was destroyed by the Indian Air Force. The JEM camps in the Balakot region were destroyed, and he is supporting this particular move, and he has complimented the government and also to the Air Force. So let us see some details about this Mirage 2000. So this is the Mirage 2000 aircraft that has carried out this surgical strike on the Pakistan based JEM. So let us see some details, what is this and what is the importance of this Mirage 2000. The Dassault Mirage 2000 is a French multi-role single engine 4th generation jet fighter manufactured by the Dassault Aviation. Remember, this Mirage 2000 was manufactured by the Dassault Aviation, and it is a French company. So it is a French one. So it is a French multi-role single engine 4th generation jet. It is the 4th generation jet. It was designed in the late 1970s as a lightweight fighter in order to replace the Mirage 4 for the French Air Force. So it is a French one, and it was evolved into a multi-role aircraft with several variants developed in the subsequent years and with sales to a number of nations. So it was sold to a number of nations, and one of the nation is India. So it was later developed into Mirage 2000N and Mirage 2000D strike variants, the improved Mirage 2005 and several export variants. So they have improved the variants of this Mirage 2000, and various names were given to this, and it was exported to the foreign nations. So over 600 aircraft were built, and it has been in service with 9 nations, and one of the nations is India. So it is a single engine 4th generation jet fighter manufactured by the French Dassault Aviation. So the upgraded Mirage 2000 fighter jets are fitted with the Thales RDY2 radar, new avionics, helmet mounted display, and they have the ability to fire new weapons including BVR Mica and Meteor missiles. So these Mirage 2000 upgraded ones was equipped with the ability to fire new missiles. So using this ability and firing new missiles only, the Indian Air Force has carried out the surgical strikes against the Jaish-e-Mohammed terror camps. So thank you for watching this video, friends. Join the Telegram link to get regular updates, and the link is provided in the description box. Do share this video to your friends and subscribe to the channel IAS 366. Let us hope that Pakistan will learn its lesson and it will come to the peace talks. So just now Pakistan Prime Minister Imran Khan has said that please give a chance to Pakistan for peace talks. No, so the problem with the Pakistan is it is not the government that is controlling, rather the Pak army is the one that is controlling. So that is the reason there is a major clash between Pakistan army and the civilian government. So let us hope that Pakistan comes to its lines and it will focus on the development aspect rather than terrorism. So thank you for watching this video. Thanks a lot.